Welcome to the another video on ExpressRoute, and today's topic is global reach. So today we will try to understand the architecture, the concept of global reach. So let's get started. The very first thing is we should define what is global reach, and then we'll try to present it through a diagram so that we can understand it properly, the concept of it. So ExpressRoute Global Reach is a feature of ExpressRoute that allows you to interconnect your on-premises network across different geographic locations. So what it is helping us doing? This is helping us doing interconnect. Interconnect your on-prem network across different geographic locations. Okay, and how they do that? This is what it is, and how they do that with the help of MS Global Network. That's how they do it. So instead of routing your traffic through the public internet, ExpressRoute Global Reach lets you extend your private network across different locations securely and efficiently. Okay, this is what it is. Now let me draw it for you so that you can easily understand what global reach is, and then you can also be able to make sense out of this definition. All right, so let's take an challenge without global reach. So imagine your company has two branch offices, one in, let's suppose, San Francisco and another in London. Okay, so we have these two branches, one here and another one is here. Okay, this is our San Francisco branch, this is our London branch. Okay, now each office has its own ExpressRoute circuit connecting to Azure resources in their respective regions, which means we also have Azure here. Okay, this is our Azure, this is our Azure in respective region. This is SF Azure resources, and this is London region Azure resources. Right, clear? Now while both offices can efficiently access Azure resources, how? Because the same thing that we have learned earlier, there is a circuit, there is a circuit, right? And there is an express route which is going to this circuit, right? There is an express route to this circuit. This is express route circuit again, and it is connected to this Azure resources, right? And here as well. So the resources which are residing here, resources which are residing here, resources which are residing here, this can easily go and talk to its Azure resources via this VPN through this circuit. London can also go not outside but through this circuit talk to this guy, right? Absolutely clear. Now, while both offices can efficiently access Azure services, as just I showed you, they cannot communicate directly with each other through this circuit. The point is, they cannot talk to each other. Now, let's introduce global reach. So, ExpressRoute Global Reach addresses this limitation by linking your ExpressRoute circuits together. Now, what it will do, it will link these circuits together, right? Now, while creating a private network between your on-premises locations. Now, what will happen? The traffic can go to London office like this using the MS backbone. The San Francisco office can directly exchange data with the London office through the existing ExpressRoute circuits utilizing Microsoft Global Network. They are linked, right? But it is going into the MS backbone, and then because if you remember the first architecture, these circuits on edge location is connected to the MS backbone network. So the traffic will go like this MS global backbone, and they are linked, so it can go from here to here. So this is what the global reach is. Now let's go back to this. Interconnect your on-prem network across different geography. This is geography 1. This is geography 2. Interconnect your on-prem network. They are getting interconnected via MS Global Network. That's what it is happening. Now, if we take another example, just for the sake of understanding, let's consider a scenario where your primary service provider operates mainly in the United States and has interconnected to all your US branches. However, this provider doesn't operate in regions like Japan or Hong Kong. So, by leveraging ExpressRoute Global Reach, you can collaborate with local service providers and Microsoft to connect your international branches to your US network using ExpressRoute and Microsoft Global Infrastructure. Now, what we did in this scenario, we just changes the location and made it so far. What does that mean? Let me try to rebuild this and it will help us understanding. Branch office. All right. Now, to connect to the ExpressRoute circuit, there is a service provider, right? And it is connected to the ExpressRoute circuit, right? This is our circuit, the same architecture that we have learned earlier. This is ExpressRoute circuit. And with the help of this circuit, it will reach to the Microsoft backbone global network. This is MS global network, right? MS global network. Now, right, this is US. So this connectivity is US. The service provider is also in US. This circuit is also in US. Now, with the help of this MS backbone, now this is traffic is in the MS global network. Now, if your another circuit is in a totally different geography, let's call it a Japan, as per our scenario, right? Now it is in Japan. So this Japan also have some service provider, right? Local provider somewhere in Japan, and they would have a circuit somewhere in Japan, and this service provider and circuit express route circuit will help to get the data in the MS global network. Now, with the help of this global reach, this guy OS, US, not OS, US can send the data through global networks into entirely different geography in the Japan. That's how it can be done. So this is the beauty of global reach. Now it seems pretty huge and big, and seems like not for everyone, so that is correct. So if we need to understand why exactly we use ExpressRoute Global Reach, so let's try to consolidate our thought. Why? As per this architecture, as per the understanding, we know if we need to extend our private network globally without relying on the public internet, this can help extend private network globally. Right now, second, this will definitely improve security because we are not getting into the public internet but MS global network, or rather MS internet, right? So improve security by keeping data traffic within Microsoft's network instead of the open internet, right? If we have something like that as the hard requirement, then of course this is MS intranet, so it is a low latency, so it will reduce latency and increase performance if we have requirement of like this for inter-site communication like US and Japan, right? And of course, cost efficiency by avoiding expensive third-party MPLS circuits for international private connectivity. So cost, because if you're not utilizing it, you are finding different ways, and those different ways surely be very expensive because you have to go and talk to the multi-protocol label switching MPLS third party and hire them, help them, take their help. So these are some region that we could think right now. And of course, simplify the network architecture. We should mention one: simplify the network architecture. And always, simple architecture of any kind is always better than the complex architecture. Now, if we are getting, if these are the reasons, like we choose global reach for these things, so there must be some other benefits as well. Just let's go through some benefits. These will help us in the conversation with our customers whenever we go and talk about the global reach. So, what are the benefits that you can think as per the understanding of this feature of ExpressRoute? The very first thing I see, the it eliminates the need of VPNs or third-party WAN solution, right? So it enables a private high-speed connection between different locations. So no VPNs or third-party WAN required, or rather eliminates the very first thing, and it enables private, that's the high speed connections between different locations, right? This is one of the benefit. And it uses MS backbone network, so reducing network hops and delays compared to the public internet. So high speed, right? Keeps traffic off the public network, so provides you high security. No public internet, so reducing the exposure to cyber threats. Reducing exposure to cyber threats. Now it is highly available network that MS has through the backbone that we are keep on mentioning. It ensures a stable and redundant connection between locations. So you are getting HA, highly available, stable, and redundant connection as compared to the public internet. Redundant. And of course facilitates hybrid cloud and multi-cloud connectivity between different Azure regions and on-premises locations. So we can say seamless multi-region integration, and you don't need so complex configuration and people, third party, and everybody involved, right? Very nice. So we understood what are the benefits now as per the architecture, what and why somebody like to use global reach. Now let's go through few use cases, maybe the kind of people will be using it, organizations that should consider global reach, just for the sake of understanding. So if you have a business with multiple data center across different locations, so companies with offices or data centers in different countries or regions that require secure high speed connectivity between them, because that's how it is actually happening. So we can write business with multiple data centers across different locations, right? And organization that rely on Azure services and need inter data center connectivity for their workloads, like hybrid cloud architectures. Rather, I would say enterprises with huge uh, resources running. And financial institutions, you can take an example like business that require low latency secure transactions across different global locations, right? So financial institution for low latency and secure transactions. Now, if we think from the perspective of companies with factories, warehouse, or offices in multiple countries that need direct network connections, like manufacturing and retail companies, that could be one of the use case. So ultimately, if you see, it is joining different geographies in the same geographies, connecting multiple branch offices with low latency, high performant, less cost, simple network. So anything which meets this criteria, we can opt for the global reach, and you need not to go through a lot of configurations for that. It's simple configuration. The only thing is, before opting for ExpressRoute Global Reach, you should consider your circuit must be standard. The circuit must be standard SKU. Global Reach is not available on local SKU. And if you are connecting across different, then we should have a premium SKU for the geographies. All right, I think with this, we can close this video with the proper understanding of what is global reach in ExpressRoute. I hope it was helpful. Well, thank you for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.